Howdy, y'all. The Fantastic Four First Steps final trailer. I haven't reacted to some of the trailers. I think I only reacted to like one or two of them, so I haven't actually seen them all. But I kind of like that. I really try to limit what I do see. It's kind of weird as a reactor, though. But I just like going in as blind as possible. Of course, you're gonna see fucking everything online, especially the Marvel thing, anyways. But it's still fun to kind of Sorry, I'm far away from my mic right now. Go in as blind as possible. I mean, you can kind of guess what's gonna come because it is Fantastic Four, and you kind of guess off of like, oh, what we saw at the end of Thunderbolts, post credit scene. Not gonna talk about that much, and knowing what's coming with Avengers, but still, I'm very excited for this movie because not only is it the first Marvel superhero family, first superheroes, the OGs. I mean, they haven't gotten a movie in forever, and even as like a Spider-Man fan, I consider them like, like through the extension of Spider-Man being my favorite Marvel character, you always see that connection. So it's just huge. Now, will they have that same connection in the MCU? I would hope so, but I mean, probably won't happen. Which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I'm at the point where I've just accepted that like MCU Spider-Man. I don't get me wrong. I don't hate him at all. I really like him, but I've just accepted like very different version. There's like an alternate comic. That's how I treat it. So when I see like comic accurate things, it's like it's a separate universe. It is what it is. So I don't know, but it would be nice if this Spider-Man is really cool with this Fantastic Four. I'm just not gonna get my hopes up. But yeah, let's get into the trailer. Sorry for yapping. I didn't know where I was going with that for a second. Let's get it.
Famous around the world.
I must say,
Please
the
welcome.
futuristic 60s aura. Ooh, I want to get the Hot Topic sweater or whatever sweatshirt. It is kind of expensive though.
Famous
But I
around
love
the
the
world. Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
And this soundtrack's about to slap.
Mr. Fantastic. Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny!
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon.
That's a Fantastic Four. Is he really gonna have a love-hate relationship with the clobbering time thing in this movie for the whole movie and then say it at the end?
Clobbering
I'll go
time.
crazy.
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
'Tis the clobbering hour. See, this is fucking bananas.
I herald his beginning.
If you're mad about a woman's
I
Silver
herald-
Surfer, I'm just gonna say, well, okay. First off, it's your fucking opinion, I guess, whatever. But I don't mind it. I feel like half the time, it's just down to people either just not doing the research. I feel like most of the time, because like this has happened. This literally happened. I feel like we get a lot of things, and it'll be fans that only have watched the movies. And then they're like, this isn't accurate. Well, no, you've only seen these characters in whatever adaptations you've seen them in, movies or cartoons growing up, and you've never actually read the comics, or maybe you have read some comics, but you haven't gone so far back in terms of the research and the context to know that this is a thing that's happened before. And we can still get the not the real Silver Surfer, but you know what I mean, like the male Silver Surfer, I guess, or the main one that you're used to. This is a different universe. It's just, why limit creativity by only accepting the one version of these characters that you're so stuck to? And this is what brings me back to the thing earlier with Spider-Man. Love Spider-Man. Favorite character in Marvel and comics. It's a weird case because Spider-Man has so many years of history. Oh, I guess you could say this about any character. They have so many years of history as well. This actually adds to my point. They have so many years of history, like fucking 60 plus at this point, to where expecting them in adaptations to only adhere to one thing would make no sense in the first place. You know? Peter specifically is a weird case because of all the shit that's happened, especially recently, but in general, I think you guys know what I mean. Even with like concepts, not necessarily like characters, but like mantles. Because I know people always get stuck about that for some reason, even though like it makes sense. And it's one thing if you don't like something because it's not written well, but not liking something for the sake of not liking change. I feel like giving stuff a chance is always good. I mean, look at Wally fucking West, okay? Definitive Flash. Not the first Flash, though. If people were so weird about shit as they are now, would that have been as successful? I don't know. I do not know.
Herald his beginning. I herald your end.
So yeah, sorry, one more time. My point is literally just, as a storyteller, I feel like the directors shouldn't, like, okay, yes, they should take stuff from the comics, obviously, and preferably from the better comics and not the worst comics, but they also shouldn't feel chained down by this character must be this. Obviously, there are core things to characters, like Spider-Man, great responsibility, or with great power comes great responsibility. Of course, at the end of the day, that is his core theme, his core message, you know, being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, all that stuff. So, you know, you want to keep that and show, like, at the end of No Way Home, I think did very well to kind of bring us back to that, because he can also be in those bigger threats and stuff. That's why I don't mind him in the MCU being in those types of situations, but you do at the end of the day want him to, despite being able to be in these big ass battles, and despite being able to be on the level of the Avengers level threats and in those big group battles, he does care at the most about the little guy. You know, that's hammered in Homecoming. You know, No Way Home, like I mentioned. And Far From Home, kind of, to an extent, I guess. But the other thing is the shared universe thing, and that's why they probably made it a bit bigger scope than previous adaptations, because, like, you know, you could say that Andrew and Toby's did the you know, the New York toes to the ground thing a lot better. And, you know, that's the other good thing, though, because through these 3 different adaptations, I feel like you get really cool different sides of Spider-Man and Peter shown. And that wouldn't have happened if all 3 of those directors did the same fucking thing. So this is my point. I don't know. I don't even know where I had another point, but I'm not. This video's gone on long enough. Let's go.
I herald Galactus.
What is that?
Galactus better be cool as shit.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
Fuck no, dude. If you ask the smartest man in the world, and he's a superhero at this point, the protector of your universe, are we safe, bro? Says, I don't know. I'm counting my fucking days. I'm going home. I'm going out of work, putting in my 2 weeks, jerking off or some shit. I don't know. It's over. It's fucking over.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that. The 4 of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
I'm surprised they were introducing Franklin.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it?
We got the thing with the beard.
Ben?
It's beard
No,
time.
Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, and it's trying to go
Famous
something else.
around the world.
I don't know what's happening there. Shit. Okay, whatever. Really great trailer. And yeah, you know, there's probably people that have only seen like the 2005 and 7 Fantastic Four, and they're gonna be mad this isn't that. Those movies are still gonna be there, you know. So you can go watch those, or like the really old 19 whatever movie. Maybe that's your preferred choice. Go rewatch that. This is not gonna be that. But for people that are excited about this, you know, be excited about it. But yeah, once again, as long as they are not outwardly disrespecting characters, I think it is fine to have different interpretation or different story, because these are like 60 plus years of comics to pull from, or even make something original as long as it sticks to your storytelling and makes the storytelling good, because I just see it as another comic universe, like the ultimate Marvel universe right now, which is fucking fantastic. This is the easy way to explain it, because I feel like this is a comic that even non-comic readers might know about. You know, you take these familiar characters, do it in a different way, different universe. That's how I see the MCU, just another comic universe. You know, it just happens to be on this big screen. Another good example, you know, Batman's no-kill rule. I feel like when you do adaptations, it should be a big part of it, you know? If you're going to take that out, you have to have a good reason for it. Superman being this ray of hope. Like, there are things that you need to keep, I feel like. So, I don't know, I could be hypocritical here, because then it's like, why do I get to choose what you keep and what you don't? But I think it's more up to, like, what has stood the test of time with these characters over all this time. The three things I just mentioned with Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman, I think are very obvious examples. It might get a little harder when you get to more obscure characters and stuff, but I think my point has been made. I'm gonna end this video. I love this trailer. I can't wait for this movie, and bye.